Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the theoretical Rook Endgames, and we are still dealing with the topic of Rook and 2 pawns versus Rook. Although these positions are not exactly theoretical in nature, but we must say that here theory meets practice, because the practical positions are close to theoretical ones, and these ideas are what the masters are sometimes able to use, sometimes they are failing to use or to identify as close to a theoretical position. This is the position here with white to play. Black's last move we can see is Rook c1. White well is 2 pawns up, and theory says whenever 2 pawns up, it's not always necessary to try to hold both the pawns. So when one is 2 pawns up, it's not really necessary to hold both the pawns. One can often try to transpose to a Lucena position or a one very similar to it, which is what here white could have done or should have done. White played the move Rook c7, still is trying to protect the c5 pawn. Rook is still, we will say, active on c7, but white misses some chances here. Let's see what happens in the game. King d8, the rook gets attacked. Now the rook will have to leave its active post. Rook c6, kd7, rook d6 check. White is trying to use the next method. Maybe the rook will go to the side of the extra pawns. Here it is in middle of the two extra pawns, which is often able to give a win. ke7, and here white could have used the idea rook e6 check, king f7, then c6. So the rook is stationed on e6, which is supported, and now the c pawn is protected as well. Soon this king will try to support the c pawn, and at the right moment the f pawn will be given up, and white will reach the Lucena position. See, the rook has cut the king from the c pawn. Now comes rook f1, stopping the king's entry. King g5, rook f2, rook d6. It's game over. Rook is heading to d7, pushing the king behind, and king will come on f6. One of the white pawns will make white win the game. In the game, white played f6 check, which seems to follow the same idea. Now the king will have to wait in front of the f pawn, and d6 rook is protected by the c pawn, but here there is a difference. The c pawn is not very well protected. The f pawn was protected by the white king. Now white has to play the move c6 when kg6. We see the major difference here. The white king is unable to participate, and black's pieces are now suddenly well placed. Rook behind the passed pawn and king stopping the f pawn, and white is unable to improve his position. Let's see. King f3, trying to get the king to d5 when white would win again, but comes re1. Now if c7, then again rook c1, rook e6, f6 will be taken. If king f2, then the rook can still keep the king cut off by the move rook e5. If f7 check, then king just takes f7. Again king f4, then the black rook can still wait on e2. So we make out that white is unable to make any progress. One of the main reasons why I still consider this as a theoretical case, because white missed one more very important opportunity. Instead of the move rook c7, if white would have been more careful, he would have identified the Lucena position, which could have arisen after the move kg5. The first move kg5 instead of rc7. Now see the point. After rook takes c5, king moves to g6. And now see the difficulties that the black rook is facing. It's placed very oddly. After rook c6, f6, we note that rook h8 check, kd7, kf7 will forcibly get us into Lucena position, because the black king is placed on the longer side. The drawing side requires the rook on the longer side and king on the shorter side of the pawn. Here it will be exactly opposite. Similarly, if the rook comes to c1. Then also white can use the same technique. Rook h8 check. If ke7, then f6 check. And after kd7, f6, rook g1 check, kf7. This is the position I was talking about. After any move like rook g2 or kd6, there comes rook h1. We see that by force the king will be cut off by 2 files from the pawn. King will reach f8, pawn on f7, and the standard Lucena position would arise. So this was the game Larsen versus Torre. The strong players like Larsen has missed the idea. So we must say that during the heat of the game, especially during Rook Endgames, one cannot really relax, and that is where having the theoretical positions, the base positions in our mind can help us gain important points. I hope you will find the lesson useful and instructive. Thanks for your time.